This is a disclaimer. I was never going to make this video, but the number of times I have been asked this question is so alarming. So I have decided that I am going to tell you guys how I balance med school and content creation. But what I am saying is not a blueprint for you to follow. I'm just sharing my experience so that you can discover your own self by listening to me and just try and apply it to whatever you're doing, and probably and hopefully it works for you. Okay? So you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is one of the first few times I'm looking all dressed up to do a YouTube video. And I can explain, I just got back from church and I was like, you know what? Since I'm all dressed up, let me just sit down and do this thing, because I have gotten this question like so much. Like, I can't even explain, right? So that is why I'm looking like off fly and clacking. But yeah. So, Kai Bidoze, first of all, thank you all for congratulating me on becoming a medical doctor. I really appreciate it. Like, the congratulations have been so overwhelming. In fact, it got to a point in my life where the only thing I heard was congratulations. If I see a new person, congratulations. It's like the whole world knew I was really a doctor. Anyways, that aside, how I feel whenever I see that message, MINICELEB, you're an inspiration. I can even attach a lot of it here. You're an inspiration. I want to know how you balance med school. I'm always like, this question again. That is exactly how I feel. Like, I'm not even going to come here and, name me Ariano. But now the thing is, why I would say I feel that way is because I was not really balancing anything, right? I was in a class yesterday. I attended a webinar. I was a guest speaker. Yesterday was International Girls Child Day. I don't know whenever I'm going to upload this video, but yeah, yesterday was International Day of the Girl Child, and I was invited to speak. And then what I was asked was, how did I balance med school and content creation? And after answering that question there, I decided that I needed something, a platform to elaborate more on, because I just had very few minutes to speak. So this is me just elaborating this very well. And anybody that asks me how do I balance my school and content creation, go share this video. Come and watch this video. Go. So that I don't have to reply everybody, because so many people might going to reply. In fact, I've even stopped replying the DMs that ask me those kind of questions. It says I'm just in my hand like this. You guys. Benefits, she's my new plug. I don't even need to say too much. So, first of all, I would say that I was not really balancing med school and content creation, because when I was in school, it feels so good to say that. When I was in school, my life was like this. Understand? Because I was in school and I was in content creation. I'm here to just gist you guys, tell you guys stories, just tell people how I experienced all these things, okay? So let's say I have to go to school Mondays to Fridays, right? And before I even continue, I'm not even a reading person. Like, I don't read. Like, I'm the kind of person that likes reading when exams are drawing close and all. But then why I was able to succeed doing that in med school was because I used to attend clinics, I used to go to class and all. Like, I hardly miss classes unless there's some issue, there's some situations where I miss classes, but yeah, I hardly miss classes. So going to class, going to the clinic, seeing actual real life scenarios made it easier for me to read and assimilate. And I think I assimilate fast. So it was more like I understood my reading capacity, right? But still, my life was always like this, because if I go to school Monday to Friday, maybe I go to school in the morning by 9 or 10-ish. I was not even really such an early goer, because nothing really starts well in the hospital until like 10 a.m. I'm talking about clinic, not classes. Classes can start as early as 8 a.m. So when I go to the hospital, maybe go by 10 a.m.-ish, and then I come back around like 3, 4, sometimes if I'm early enough 2, but yeah, the baseline 3, 4-ish. Sometimes even 5 p.m. if you're unfortunate. I think the baseline is 4 p.m. to close. So I get back. The next thing I'm looking for is to eat, and then maybe it takes me like 2 hours to figure out what to eat and cook it and blah. Because where I was even living in final year was kind of off campus, so most times I would cook my own meals. In fact, most times I would just cook what I'll eat, but not really like cook. Sometimes it would be like quick meals, so it's not like I was cooking something elaborate, but still I would cook and eat. And then it's already like 6 p.m. and then I was like, oh, let me just watch small videos on IG and TikTok, and then it's already like 8 p.m. and then I'm doing 1 or 2 things. Before I know, it's already 11 p.m. and I have to sleep, so I did not read. Do you get? So this would go on Mondays to Fridays. Sometimes I would actually read, to be honest, but it was not really like I don't know. Sometimes I would even have videos to edit, things to do, like emails to reply to, conversations to follow up. So most times I would not even read during the day. Then on weekends, if I had different brand shoots during that came in during the week, or I had different content ideas that came in during the week that required me to shoot, I would always schedule them for the weekends, so Saturdays and Sundays. So on Saturday and Sunday, keep just sort of fun. I've been speaking nice English since it's a doctor vibe. So yeah, as I was saying, I schedule everything for Saturday and Sunday. So during the weekend, I will now shoot everything. It's more like I batch create. I will not really say I batch create, but yeah, I try to batch create, especially when it comes to branded content. So make sure all the videos during the weekend. And then use this style edit here during the week. So it was mostly like school during the week, content during the weekend. But then the way I will infuse it, you think that every weekday I'm doing content, right? But there are some weekdays I do content, especially weekdays that I finish school early and I come back. I can just think of something and just do it quickly before I start shooting. Sometimes I'll have to buy food outside, so that time I'm using to like figure out what to eat. I'll use it to just do something quickly. Another thing I would always tell people is when you come back from school, just analyze yourself. Can you like this now? Let's say you're students are like, oh, I'm too tired to start content creation at med school. Let me just ask you a question. Maybe not even med school, maybe business or whatever. Analyze yourself. What do you do? When you wake up, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, right? Most times you discover that by the time you come back from school, maybe you used to close school around 4 p.m. By the time you come back from school, you just with your friends, go here, ejeba. By the time you come back and you are settled, it's already like 5 p.m. And then you press phone till like 7. Then you do this, play Candy Crush, you make like my point is that time I had, you have it, right? It's not like a big deal. Unless if you are that reading type. Like I said, I'm not a reading type because I know that once I read something once or twice, highest, I'll understand it. I can even explain to you and you feel like, oh my gosh, she knows it so well. So me, I knew my strength, right? I knew that I easily understand things. I might not easily remember them in the long run. Like let's just say you draw some things now that I wrote in my exam. I might not be able to like, say it exactly. But then 1 week after I read it, it would still be fresh in my memory and I'll still understand it perfectly, right? So because of that, I knew my strengths and I focused on my strengths. So I knew that even if I'm doing content, if exam period is written, as far as I've heard this topic before, all I have to do is just read it, right? And practice the ones that need practicing, the ones that actually need real patience. Practice it. And then that was it. So it's not really a thing of, oh my God, I would not even come and say, oh, it was too hard or it was too simple. It was in between, and I feel like it was because I kind of knew myself. So emphasis on know yourself, know your strength. Something I told people in that webinar I said I did yesterday, online webinar, was that not everyone would be a content creator. Not everyone would multitask. Some people are better suited for one thing, like maybe fashion designers now, they can do their fashion designing very well, focus on it, and they'll be so good. You don't have to multitask to be great in life. You can still focus on one thing and be great in that thing very well. In fact, there are people that multitask and fail, and people that focus on one thing and are great in it, vice versa. There are people that can focus on one thing and fail at it, and people, in fact, there is no plan to life. There is there is there is no planner. I don't know how to put it. Like, there is no map to make it in this life. And I'm just so grateful to God because I feel like God is like the most important thing in all of this, because sometimes I don't even know how I was doing it, to be very honest. I just feel like throughout school, I acted like I had it all figured out. Sometimes I was crazy, I was mad. I would not really say crying because I'm not the kind of person that cries when things get overwhelming. If something gets overwhelming, you may pay YouTube, JKD, all those old Nollywood movies. So when Patience was up was refusing her daughter from marrying a broke man, all those kind of things, I was just like, I only cry maybe when something, maybe I'm in church and I'm singing one very nice worship, or I see something. So like just, but not really like when I'm overwhelmed or when something is making me stressed out in life. I would hardly cry when that happens. So another thing I was telling them yesterday was that, everything in your life is usually pre-planned. Stay with me. When they give birth to you, you go to nursery school. I mean, that is how it's supposed to be, right? That is what everybody does, right? you go to primary school, everyone would go to primary school after nursery school. I mean, you cannot go from nursery and go straight into secondary, right? That's what I mean. Then from primary school, you join secondary, from secondary, you join university. Like, it's always like a whole itinerary. Oh my God, stop. So it's a whole step by step process. Like life is process. Even if you graduate, next thing might be marriage, for people that don't get married in school and all. So life has systems, right? Life is already systematic enough. So I feel like the only way I could take charge of my life is content. Because I can choose to shoot this video today or not, and nothing would happen. I can choose to do calm, clean girl content. I can choose to do crazy girl content. Go up on album. You understand, right? So I could be calm, I could be crazy. Many people say I'm calm in real life, but when I on camera, I'm always acting like a Shana Abakam, which is true. But like, I can just actually be as calm as I am in real life. But I just felt like the one that would make it, more relatable, not really relatable, the one that would make it more viral is acting crazy. So I was like, you know what? Since I can do both calm and crazy, let's just go for the crazy aspect. I just use my sense. So it was basically a thing of I want to take charge of something in my life without following the normal system. If you notice content creation does not have a system, you just have to keep on doing it. That is even the only system I feel. But sometimes even if you say, oh, after 7 years you will blow, after 5 years it will. Some people started in 1 month and they blow and they are still doing well. I mean, it's not everyone that took time before they went viral on social media. Some people went viral because they are friends with people that went viral. For example, let me use Gilmore and Trench Kid, I'll be Trench Boy. I can't be so sure, but let me just, from what I know, maybe I might be wrong. Trench Boy was doing content with Gilmore, and then from there he just started doing his own, and then that was how he really, I don't know if you understand. So it's not like, I wouldn't say Trench Boy has been in the game for years. I just know that first time I ever started seeing Trench Boy was with Gilmore's content, and from there he started doing his own, right? So my point is, there is no manual, right? You can attach yourself to someone that is already making it and you self you make it. Some people blew because they are related to people that are popular, right? So it's not really there's no manual. So I felt like this was the place where I could take charge of my life and I can plan myself how I want it, do the kind of content I want. You have your own choice to make. Another thing I would say, I just have so many things to say, but I'll just be going step by step. I feel like I'm all over the place, but I'm sure you guys get the point, hopefully. So another thing I would say is that I do not really like when people come to tell me, oh, can you mentor me? Can you coach me? Blah, blah, blah. And it annoys me more when you have not even started anything. You don't have a post. You don't even know what you want to do. And you're telling me I should mentor you. No, I rather mentor people that are already doing it and are now looking for like extra visibility, trying to see, oh, what part of my content do I have to change? What am I doing wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Those are the people I actually take interest in. But if I've never even done anything, and now I'm doing MINICELEB, I'm a medical student, and I want to be a content creator, how do I combine it? I'm like, start first. See, let me tell you how I started this content creation thing, right? I just started on our palm. Like, what? In fact, then my mom used to say that I was possessed because I would leave the house and go to an uncompleted building and be shooting videos, my old videos, and I even deleted my Instagram account because at the point I got embarrassed. But because on our palm, I had to re-download IG again and continue posting. Like, I deleted Instagram because I was, when that was like, oh, I think I've outgrown this phase of my life of doing content. Ew. And I downloaded and I deleted my Instagram page. That is one of the reasons. Apart from like, okay, my cousin actually insulted me, on the situations that so it's kind of made me like delete that page. I think the page has Chidera Esther as the name. Like I actually use my real name. And then I now downloaded and now it's created another page, Pens and Imaginations. Pens and I. That is what is shortened to now. So Pens and Imaginations was just so that my face, and I wanted to be doing faceless, because me in real life I'm like, I don't get stressed. Like I'm actually like a chill babe, So I was like, you know what? Let me actually just be posting things and my face will not show. I don't have to be acting all crazy and all. So, and I know I used to draw, I used to design, I used to write poems, stories, Pens and Imaginations. That's where the name came from. So I was like, do you know what? Let me be my artworks. That's still down on my page safe. My artworks, my poems, my stories. If you go down, you'd see them, right? So I was like, you know what, let me just focus on these ones. Because I was trying to do nature photographer. So, and I like taking pictures too. So maybe edit your name or mama. If I see something, if I see fine flowers, say go there, edit your from and post. So yeah, like I'll post it just so that it would look I just wanted to do something that I would not need to be embarrassed about. Faceless brand until 2020 when they were doing that don't leave me challenge, just so funny. And I was like, this thing was dragging me. The same way it was dragging me when I finished secondary school and started doing content. That was the same way this thing was dragging me, because I wanted to ignore it, because I was like, my page is already about artworks and drawing. And then all of a sudden one day I was like, do you know what, F it, fuck it, let me just do this thing. So just kind of fun. I just called my cousins. Then I was in Abuja. So I was like, please come, do video for me, I beg. So they started videoing me. I was like, oh yeah, like that. So I came back again into creating content. Me that deleted my page because I hated seeing my face online. And I started creating content again. So it was dragging me. So it was not even a situation of, oh, I need a mentor. No, it was pushing me. It was as if God knew that this was my purpose, right? And he was like, this guy, if you like Nagaracha must come back. Also, delete that page. Okay, for this content, take again. Yeah. So I now came back and I started small. I think I was at 180 followers when I was still doing artworks and all. In fact, when I was doing that my artwork and poem page, I was not even following people that know me or allowing people that know me to follow me. I don't know how to put it. Like the name was Pens and Imaginations. If they don't suggest me as your contact, right, you wouldn't know that was me because my pictures are not there, right? So when I now started doing those videos, people now started saying, oh, this is even Chidera. So they would now follow me. So I went from like 180 followers to like 800 followers ish between that 2020 to 2022 because of the videos I was creating. Organic growth. So people actually following me because my content to have 500 views, 100 views. Say one place, please don't embarrass me. 100 views, 500 views and all. So it was actually growing organically, my followers, right? And then I decided to just continue up until 2022 when we had ASU strike. I was seeing some people doing videos about, oh, this is a day in my life as a student during ASU strike, and I was like, you know what, let me do my own. And then I did my own, and then it went viral. Then not posted it, ever left posted it, and my followers just grew, started going from there to 3k, 5k, 10k. I remember the day I entered 10k followers. I entered 10k followers in January 2023. That was like 6 months after Tunde not posted me. So it was so nice, it was sweet, it was good, it was beautiful. I was just so grateful. But like my point is, can you see, I was pushed because for some reason my body felt like this content creation is my purpose. So no matter how far I tried to run away from it, I will still come back. So I feel like you sitting down there asking how will I combine this, that means it is not your purpose, because for you to still be asking questions, you're not ready. It is ready with that phone, you click it, you press your record. You understand? You press your record, you start. Because I feel like one thing I've even realized about content creation is you might want to do it, but it's not everybody that will do it. I can remember someone, I'm not even going to call her name, right? I got her a phone because I wanted her to like start content creation. Don't worry, she's actually like related to me, because she was like, oh, I want to start content. It was called this my phone, and I got an iPhone 12 Pro. I got an iPhone 12 Pro for her, and then I even got 128 gig, so that's not be that, oh, I got 64 gig phone. I got a phone for her till today. Is almost like a year plus. It's more than a year plus. What am I saying? She had still, okay, it's not up to a year. Yeah, she shall almost a year, right? She has still not done any video with the phone. She has not started content. But my point is, you wanted a phone, so it's not even about, because me, when I was in content, right, I did not even have a good phone. I was using Techno F9. There's nothing like F9, but you get my point. I was using all these phones that there are cameras. I can't even do TikTok videos on the phone, because if I click that TikTok my video will be cracking. Like you see my face like this, like, how can I crack it? That was how bad the phone was. Even to watch TikTok videos, like the phone does not have a smooth interface and all. So I used to now use my cousin's phone, and it's not even as if the phone was good, but it was better than my phone by far as of 2020. So I wait for my cousins to sleep because they are my little cousins and they liked using their phone. I was staying in my auntie's house, by the way, in that 2020. So I would wait for them to finish playing game and keep their phones to charge. So when they're like taking a nap or something, I'll just rush and voodoo the phone, make content quick, edit it, export it to my own techno phone. Export is there, yeah. I will now start posting it from my own phone. So it was just so crazy because these were the steps, or these were the extra miles I was willing to go for content creation without knowing what was in for it for me. Do you understand? Like, I didn't even know. I was 2020, I was 19. I didn't even know what was even coming, right? In fact, I turned 19 in 2020 September. So by the time I was doing this thing, I was still 18, right? So I didn't even know that there was something to it. I didn't even know there was money in it. Like, nothing. I was just really, because on Aquam, I was possessed, in my mother's words. I was possessed. So it was like, if I don't do content today, I will not sleep well. Like, sometimes I would wake up in the night just to edit videos. Still one place, this nonsense cotton. Hey, Jim. Excuse me. I would wake up in the night just to edit videos. It was that bad, right? So I don't know how to explain this, but like I was just pushed to do it. So that was why combining it was not really an issue for me, because I was still going to anyhow. This content will still push me, right? So I came back from church now. I wanted to just remove my clothes and sit down because I was tired. I spent like almost 3 hours in church. But I was like, you know what? Let me just do this thing quickly, because it's my thing. So my point is, if it is your thing, you would not be looking for advice on how to combine something and something. Just start. Because I know that sometimes during an exam now, like anytime I have an exam, I always write exam throughout a 1 month period or even more, right? So throughout that 1 month period, I did that in 3rd MB, did that in 4th MB, did that in final year, right? Because it was in 3rd MB that my content, like before 3rd MB, that my content actually started becoming serious. So 3rd MB, 4th MB, throughout that whole month of exam, no content from me. 3rd MB, it was in July of 2023. 4th MB, it was in January of 2025, no content. Final year, that is final MB, it was in August of 2025. You can go and check my post. You see that there was nothing. Even if there was anything, there were either branded content or, you know, things that I already pre-shot and I just wanted to post. So my point was, during, you know, in the heat of exam period, because I'm now trying to like cover a lot, read a lot, revise a lot, I'd never have time to now do content. So at least that time I can let it slide. To me, I'm always like, oh, I mean, I've been doing content since, so I can actually spare this in 1 month. If my followers want to go in 1 month, let them go by school first, right? So, you know, doing content and school was actually hectic because I could not travel. That was like one of the downsides. For example, when I was invited to this close-up unboxing thingy, close-up unveiling thingy in Lagos, I was having like an exam, so I could not go. So by the time we went back and forth, they had to like remove me from the campaign. Probably my price too made them remove me. I don't really know why, but like school, I mean, I was writing exams, I was not going to travel, but I was still willing to travel in between my exams, because I was like, okay, if I just go one day, go for the unveiling, the next day I just take a flight back to school. I mean, I've been reading, so a day or two will not hurt. I was not even really reading, but like I know that a day or two will not hurt, right? So it was just so crazy because there are times that I would have to decline some offers because the time is really clashing with my schoolwork. But I mean, besides that, everything was still, I mean, I feel like I was still at the top of my game, to my best capacity at that time. Glory be to Jesus. Hallelujah. Clap it. So God really helped me. I'm not even going to lie, and I'm so grateful. And it's even crazier that throughout med school, I never had to fail a course. Never. Emphasis on never had to fail a course. Oh my gosh, 24 minutes. I never had to fail a course. And to me, that is a very big flex, because it is so easy. Go and ask about you, and then it is so easy to fail a course. Even the best of the best people. In fact, failing a course in my school is not even a test of knowledge, right? Because even the best of the best people still fail a course. So I'm like, I was just lucky. Not like I was even the smartest. Not even not smart at all. But I was so lucky. So I feel like to just end up everything, since time is already going, I planned myself, right? I would draft out, okay, these are the contents I want to create. I have this, I even have a book. All the content I've been creating since 2024. I've had this book since 2024. If I have any brand video, I write it down, I fix a date for it. Just, I planned myself well. I knew my strength, I used it. So this is my advice to you guys wanting to start med school and content creation, or any career aspect of your life and content creation. This is just my advice. Number one, ask yourself, is content creation for me? Number two, what part of content creation do I even want to divulge in, abi enter before nsonye namaro? Which part of content creation do I want to go into? Is it something I can mix with med school? Because another thing is, the content I was doing, I was doing, yeah, were things that could be with, I could easily mix up. I mean, I'm a student, I'm showing you my student life. It was not like so difficult. I don't have to start traveling to Lagos to shoot a movie and all, and come back and edit it and all. Those ones would have been so hectic. But I was using where I was. I'm not saying you have to do vlogs about med school and all. You can still do anything, but just do something that can make you very comfortable. There's someone that is in med school. She's about to enter final year now. She's my friend. She's in my own school. She's also like doing content about like showcasing Enugu and all of that, right? So if she has a brand deal, she wants to visit a place, she just schedules a day for it, go do it, edit it, post. I mean, how hard can it be? It's more about the drive. Do you have the drive? If you have the drive, you can do anything. You don't even need anybody to mentor you, coach you, advise you, whatever. You can do it, literally. I mean, you will cry, you will shed tears, but you can do it. You can mix it with, you can mix content creation with childbirth, you know, all of that. Right? There are women online there, they have 4 kids and then they are doing content for everything. They still cook for their children, do videos or edit it. So what this thing is drive. If you have the drive, you don't even need to be asking someone, please, can you tell me how you did it? I want to do it. No, you will start doing it. You will start doing it. Can I get an amen? So basically that's just it. Plan yourself well. Know if it is your strength. If it's something you can do, fine. It must not even be a content creation. I'm even referring to like all other works of life. You can be a med student and a fashion designer. My friend Osadebe Njideka, Osadebe Kitchen on Instagram, she's a chef, she's a med student, and she passed. We all graduated last month. I'm sorry, earlier this month rather. Right? So we all passed, right? Because she would cook overnight, still wake up early in the morning and go to school, come back, still have an order. Come on. She had the drive. She knew that she wanted to cook and she wanted to do this because she needed money for, many things. And then, cooking was going to give her that. So she did it. So it's not even about like, oh, how will I do this? It's going to be overwhelming. Start. You don't know the strength you have until you actually start putting that strength to test. Can someone say, okay? So you guys, that is the end of my video. I don't even want this video to reach 30 minutes. In fact, I was thinking this video would be like 40 minutes. But from what I can see, it's already 27 minutes. So I hope you guys watch to the end. And if you watch to this point, confuse people in the comment section. Say something like, what would you people say now that would make me know that I watched to the end? Say, Opa, like Opa 3 times, or Opa times 3. Just put it like that. OPOR times 3. Once you do that, I'll know you watched to the end and I might give you something. I mean, I might do a giveaway. Or whenever I do a giveaway, I'll consider you first because I know you watched to the end. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want more sit down videos because oh my god, this is a secret, but yes, I moved into a new space. I'm no more in my lodge. I have vlogs on that coming up though. I just like to do things first before I actually start updating. So most times I don't even post in real time. But yes, I just moved into my apartment. It's still like unfinished, but yeah, I'm halfway done. So I just decided that, you know what, since I'm here, let me just start doing videos. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate you guys because you guys are the main reason I'm even staying here by this time. You guys are the main people, are the main reasons why I am still here. So thank you guys and I love you all. Mwah. Bye. Another thing, if you are thinking, oh, I cannot do content creation and whatever, my dear, no time is the best time. Just start. Because me, I feel like I was even doing more content in school than now that I've graduated. But let me not be too hard on myself. Maybe because I was, prepping for induction and all the preparations were too much on me. Now that I am now relaxed, let me now know if I'll be doing more content now that I have time. Go. Bye, guys. And, gosh, I'm just on my, bye. Call soon.